And welcome back to 4046 channel, or should I say 4046 times, and I'm your host 4046. Today we will be reviewing this book, Album 5, Book 1, Voices. Unfortunately, this has been out of print for quite some time. I believe in the year 2000 it becomes scarce. This was first published in 1994 when the series was in its second season. Each of the books tells you in the timeline exactly when the events happened in that book. Just a quick and brief summary of what Babylon 5 is. It is a show set in the year 2258 and has a story arc, which is probably one of the first TV shows US syndicated to have a story arc. The 5 seasons each represents a year in time of that timeline, so starting from 2259 to 2262. It's set on a space station. Most of the characters are human. There are alien characters, each quite unique in their own right, and it goes through the trials and tribulations. And just to put this in perspective, it represents a probably more realistic future of what it might be like. There's no really fantastical technology. The space station is absolutely enormous. I mean, it's almost 5 miles long. It's not exactly small, and it has 250,000 inhabitants on this station. So it's not exactly like it's not exactly a small in any sense of the imagination. It's almost a bit like Frontier in space, almost like sort of last outpost before they sort of go further out. Anyway, there's 5 races in it. These I'll cover in another video. This particular one focuses on the security chief Michael Garibaldi, a telepath called Talia Winters, who is a commercial telepath. In this particular timeline, telepaths have become a thing and they used in trade negotiations. However, there are the telepaths are in something called the Psy-Corps. Well, that's not exactly accurate, but the Psy-Corps controls much of what the telepaths do. It's almost like a police in its own right. And Walter Kang plays Alfred Bester, which is a character that we'll do a deep dive on at another time. However, it's probably Walter Kang's best ever role. He plays somebody that is a little bit immoral very well. Anyway, this particular one is the first in the series. They tell you exactly what episodes they're set between. So Points of Departure and A Race Through Dark Places, which is season 2, and that's set between the first 8 episodes of season 2. So it's somewhere lodged in there. Basically, there is a plot. Not put too many spoilers, but there is a plot to overthrow or against Psy-Corps, and this is done by some partisan actions on Mars and on B5 itself. The first event on B5 is on Mars, should we say, is a device that wrecks the conference on Mars, and then they set off a second device on B5, and then one of the titular characters, I won't say which one, is blamed for that and then has to go on the run. The characters are very well written. They're exactly like you'd find on the show. I'm not quite sure why Kosh is in here, because Kosh is the only alien that they focus on. Well, they focus on 3 of the aliens, but the main focus is on Kosh, who's the most alien of aliens in the show. He's made of pure energy and looks a bit like a squid. That's the best way to put it, and has to walk around in an encounter suit because he doesn't breathe oxygen like we do. The setting is very well done. The story's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's about 240 odd pages, and you do get kind of sucked in. It's very, very good. As with all of these, I would definitely recommend having a look for this, if you like Babylon 5, that is. And I would definitely recommend hunting down a copy. This one is probably one of the easiest ones to find. I should imagine that in the US, if you're watching from the US, you should be able to find this quite easily as well. At the time, this was shown on Channel 4 in this country, as the BBC, as a response to the BBC getting every single spin-off series of Star Trek at that particular time. It's, to be honest, I don't want to ruin anything of it. I've never heard of the writer John Vornholt. I'm probably butchering on that, but Vornholt before. But he's not made a bad attempt at writing this. I probably will do another breakdown of exact B5 in a future video. But yeah, that's my review. I'm not going to do a star system because I don't think that's necessarily the best thing. But if there was a star system, I'd probably do 4.5, because there are better out there. But as a first expansion and canon to the series, this is very, very good. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. This is 4046 out.